On Reed, 2 Dudleys Delight, who's already gone to post, Gary Carter. Number 3 is Game Leader, Tony Clark. 4, Good Girl, Jamie Spencer. 5, Griselle, Gerald Mosse. 6 is Keeper's Hill, Fran Berry. Number 7, Kelsey Rose, Pat McCabe. 8 is Latin Lynx, representing the David Loader stable. Frankie Dettori in the saddle. Frankie still looking for that first winner, and he's still favourite to be the top jockey at the meeting. Number 9 is Margarita, Darrell Holland. 10, Michael's Girl, Chris Catlin. 11, Mozilla Black, being ridden by George Duffield. 12, Parisian Elegance, Brett Doyle. 13, Queen's Logic, Steve Drowne. 14, Real Delight, Johnny Murta. Number 15 is Red Opal, Richard Hughes. 16, Ristra, Pat Edry. 17, Roundtree is Richard Quinn. 18, Shiny, winner at Sandown recently of the National Stakes. Good winner too, Philip Robinson. 19, Sophisticat, representing Ballydoyle, carrying the Michael Table colours, Mick Cannan in the saddle. And number 20, Sunday Sport, Jimmy Fortune. All 20 go in the Queen Mary. 5 furlongs a trip. Interesting betting. Once again, Angus.
The ring's still trying to get over Mozart. I've really never seen anything like it. A lot of the rails layers saying they lost thousands and thousands of pounds on that first race. Well, Latin Lynx here is put in at 2-1 favourite, having opened up at 7-4. Sophisticated is at 11-2 chance. Queen's Logic is 8, with Shiny at 9s, Roundtree at 10s. Parisian Elegance is a 14s chance, the same price as Ristra. Dudley's Delight 16, Keeper's Hill 16, Good Girl 20s, and 33-1.
There's a set now for the Queen Mary. They stand under orders and they're racing. Pretty good even break too. Roundtree on the right of picture away well with Shiny, and up there too is Dudley's Delight in the early stages. Ristra out in the centre in company with Keeper's Hill there, blazing a trail out there. And also Michael's Girl is going to be the overall leader from Margarita. Just in behind them is Game Leader, and as they sort themselves out right over on the far side, Red Opal is there as well going solo. Shiny coming up the stands rail with Roundtree. Parisian Elegance just behind the leaders with Good Girl, and further back then is Queen's Logic, who's being called on for an effort. Coming up now with 2 furlongs left to travel. They're stretched right across the tracks. That's Keeper's Hill for Ireland from Ristra and Sophisticat, and just behind them Good Girl. Parisian Elegance running on in company there with Queen's Logic and Roundtree up the stands rail. Any chance here? There's about 6 of them in with a chance. Queen's Logic running on strongly now, races up to Sophisticat, puts her nose in front now. It's Queen's Logic just in front, close to home, and Queen's Logic gets the money, wins the Queen Mary from Sophisticat. Then in third, Roundtree, followed by Latin Lynx just behind them, ran on fairly well. Sunday Sport was next in company there with Good Girl. Last to finish, Red Opal, who'd blazed that trail down the far side. But the Mick Channon's stable here obliged with Queen's Logic getting up to beat Sophisticat and Roundtree. That's the 1, 2, 3 in the Queen Mary. In fourth, Latin Lynx running on fairly strongly at the finish. Almost a dead heat there between that one and a Good Girl. A photo there. Behind them, Sunday Sport, Keeper's Hill, who was the early leader. Then Parisian Elegance, Shiny, Ristra is next, Real Delight, Mozilla Black, then Margarita, Griselda far side, Game Leader. Then they're followed by Kelsey Rose, then Coffee Time, Dudley's Delight, Michael's Girl, and last to finish, Red Opal.
Turned at 13-2, paid £10.60 on the tote, £2.90 for the place. Sophisticat second at 6-1, paid £2.10 for the place. And Roundtree was third at 10-1, paid £3.20 on the tote.